I would hang with like some of the Minnesota Vikings and like we hung with other pro sports guys. So when I first got into stand-up, they wanted to come and hang. And I'm doing my 7th time ever and totally eat shit in front of all these guys. And guess whose phone calls they never take after that? Dude, I bombed so hard at Acme Comedy Company in Minneapolis in front of friends, family, professional athletes. Afterwards, I asked comedian Andy Kindler what he thought, and his only response was, ooh. But check out a clip from this latest episode of You Suck at Stand-Up with my good friend Jonathan Kite from Two Broke Girls. Dad, stop embarrassing me. Plus, you'll find out why performing in front of family is dreadful and how to get ghosted by professional athletes.
'Cause I suck at stand-up.
You like performing at home in Chicago?
This is the weird thing about this is the suburbs, like pretty far out. This is like O'Hare Airport, as you know, people, Rosemont. It's not really, it is home, but like when I said what up, Skokie in the building, everyone kind of was like, why would he bring that up? Skokie is like a 45-minute drive from here.
Dude, we went out to St. Charles today, my daughter and I.
Far.
I couldn't believe I thought it was like, oh, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump past the river. Oh no, it was a 60-minute drive out there.
No, they're not close.
No.
So there's no, so performing it here at home, this isn't really home. I mean, it's in the same state. It's like if someone was like, yo, man, I'm coming to LA. Catch me at Long Beach Laugh Factory.
Yeah, I'm in Orange County this weekend.
People are like, bro, you know we have clubs here. I'm like, I know, but I don't want to. I want a short commute to the airport. Yeah. That's what this, bro.
Dude, yes.
The airport is right here. Yeah. We might as well be. I'll be performing tonight with Rudy at Terminal 5, and maybe right 3 shows if our flight is late. I don't know how many shows we're doing. Depends on what air traffic control tells us.
Yeah, like your family was here on Thursday. Do you have a hard time being around family when they're in the crowd?
I don't mind. A lot of them come out. It's the only time I see some of them. There was a cousin who was here that I haven't seen in at least 5 years. Who lived, like, by the way, probably lives closer to St. Charles.
Really?
So it's a good excuse. They always say as you get older, it's only weddings and funerals.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I put my comedy in terms of importance for the family getting together. That it's like, that will bring a family together.
Funeral before wedding, obviously.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Wedding is like, half the people don't make the wedding. Half the people aren't invited, let's be honest. Everyone's invited here. And I don't mind performing in front of them, except that like there was a party happening outside. That's the thing that people don't realize about Chicago. During the summer, the sun is out in a way that it is not out for 3/4 of the year. So there was a party of 1,000 people at the front door that were listening to a Journey cover band. That stuff is happening all over the city.
When they talk about like that summer slump, when you talk to comics that only originated in like Arizona or they originated in LA or San Diego or San Francisco, they don't know what it's like to be a Midwest comic who, when they go, well, listen, we do it the weekend before Memorial Day or we don't do it at all.
No.
Because after Memorial Day, you make no ticket sales until the 3rd week of September again.
If teachers and kids aren't in school, asses aren't in seats. Yeah. You're competing with the lake. I'm saying like people are up at Lake Geneva.
Absolutely.
Or like Lake Michigan, where like all, the Great Lakes. They're competing with so much, whereas the rest of the year they have to stay inside like a prison sentence.
I was in Colorado Springs last week and I was headlining Looney's Comedy Corner. Great place, amazing club. Eric and the staff and down there are great. But my first thing out of my mouth was, what are you doing here? There's 100 people. Don't you realize you only get such a short amount of time to have summer?
It's great. We're here to announce Rudy's new tour. You have little time left and don't waste it with me.
It's true, man. It's true. I will say.
No, but I agree with you.
Yeah, I would rather be at the lake too. Don't you realize I'm on stage wanting to be on the back end of a boat, jet skiing and water skiing and hanging out with everybody. I'd rather be doing that too, but I'm not. I'm here trying to make a buck, and I appreciate everybody who comes out. But when you come out in July, I'm always blown away by those people. I know. Like, you must not own a cabin. Thank you to the poor people to coming out who don't have anything else to do.
Rudy's talking about my fans who are apparently not cabin owners. I don't own a cabin. That's why I'm here. You think if I owned a cabin, I would fucking be here?
With you poor bastards, there's not a chance.
So Rudy and I are talking about we're opening up a comedy cabin. Mm-hmm. So when you're on vacation.
Yeah. Your family was here on Thursday, and I love the fact that they sat in back.
Oh, man. My father, is looking for an exit strategy.
Love that
He
so
doesn't.
much.
No, but they also, because my father is very unique looking, that I think if they didn't know him, they would try to stick him up front because he has a very long beard. You know, he looks very timeless, like he could have been a prospector or like fought in the Crusades.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like he's very visually stimulating and drawing.
If you need to pull a sword out of a stone, you go to your dad,
Brother,
for sure.
He definitely had an owl growing up named Archimedes. I mean, you know that it's fun that they come, but what happened was last time Rudy and I did this club, my mother gave me the comp list very late. So then by the time that everybody got to the club, we were completely sold out. So they had to find chairs for the headliner's family.
Yeah.
So this year she goes, well, I don't want to be in the crowd. It was so packed last time. My mother's complaining about the numbers, by the way. She's like, can't you undersell a little bit more? So I have some elbow room in this audience. And then, and so she comes out on Thursday and because she think, you know, it's chill and they just sit in the back so that they don't, but she wants to come, but she wants it to be exactly the way she wants it to be.
Somebody had put a tweet out. I can't remember which comic put a tweet out and said, family coming to comics stand-up performance, them sitting in the front row is more of a performance than the actual performance that is happening. And that's why I don't perform in my hometown. I'm from a small town in northern Minnesota, and I get asked all the time to come back. And the first time I did it, my whole family, outside of my mom and one other family member, they filled up the first two rows.
Oh.
And I was like, you guys are more of an attraction here than I am. They're not here to see me. They're here to see my family's reaction to what I'm talking about with my family.
Oh.
So when I see that family members of other comics show up and they sit in the back and they're respectful, I'm always just like, I wonder what that would be like to have family that gets it.
I mean, my friends love sitting up front. So last night there was a guy who was at a solo table in the very front. That's my buddy Rob. You met him last night back here. Mm-hmm. Rob, if there was an opportunity to sit on stage.
Yeah, flashy sunglasses, cocaine, pinky.
Pinky ring, mullet.
Yeah.
Pool floaties on his arms for some reason.
Crazy guy, yeah.
Getting a blowjob the whole show. It's like, can you come already? But he loves it. He loves being a part of it. But I always tell him, and because he's come to see me. We had a guys' weekend this year, and they all came to see me in Dallas. They said, "Hey, well, we're gonna do our guys' weekend this year." And I said, "Well, if you do it that weekend, you have to come see me in Dallas because I can't leave. I already have the shows." So they went and sat in the back. But if Rob could have his way, brother, he'd be doing time between you and Sydney.
It's for how much I enjoy that family and friends all want to come out. It really does. It puts a damper on you, and it really gets in your headspace when they're there. I would much rather have them not be the best friends are the ones that show up after the show and you're in the merch, you're selling merch, and they show up and you go, holy shit, didn't know you were here. Thank you for not getting in my head. And they're like, no, dude, this wasn't about us. This was about you. But those friends are few and far between.
Well, you know what's crazy is that it starts off with people don't maybe know this. It's bringer shows. So you have to keep asking those friends and family to come in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point you go, if you're going to come, don't tell me or stop coming.
Yeah.
I never did those, but I can only imagine that when you get so many of those people, because that's how you get stage time. You go, you have to bring 5 people, you have to bring 10 people. But after a while, you're like, stay home.
Yeah. I don't know, like the people that you brought to bringer shows when you were first starting.
No, I never did them.
I was fortunate enough that when I was coming up, I was in Minneapolis and I was also a name in town because I was on the radio. So people knew me. So I would hang with like some of the Minnesota Vikings and like we hung with other pro sports guys. So when I first got into stand-up, they wanted to come and hang. Hey man, we're in town, like training camp starting. Let's go do the thing. Hey, we're all gonna go. So it's a full house of all the guys from the Minnesota Vikings, and I'm doing my 7th time ever at Acme's Funniest competition and totally eat shit in front of all these guys. And then they all stand up and go, well, that was fun. And guess whose phone calls they never take after that? Guess whose text messages, Ben Lieber, guess who's not returning that text message? Chris Cluey, guess who's not coming around ever again after he sees you eat shit one time? So I hate the fact that you have to ask these people to come at an early spot in time and they go, that guy sucks. I never want to go back. And then eventually, when you get good, you're like, come and see me. And they go, no, we're good. We've been bitten by that snake already.
Yeah, it's like you think if we were losing Yeah, for as Minnesota Vikings, we'd be filling stadiums. But that's like people going, hey man, we're gonna go hang out in the locker room before or after.
Yeah.
You know, you're just like, we'll meet you at the restaurant, pal.
Dude,
even if I'm here, we'll meet you at the restaurant.
Absolutely.
This
I agree.
this podcast is really about Rudy outing people that haven't called him back.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got a huge bone to pick with a lot of guys that aren't in the league anymore.
Did you make the list? That's what it is. We're gonna have a hashtag below all your names. You will be searchable.
Yeah.